He will be rendering the special lecture on the topic, in Sky Yoga, sky is not the limit. He needs no introduction. You all know him, but still, in keeping with the practice, a few words about him. He is associated with Sky Yoga for the past 30 years. He was working as Director of Statistics with the Government of India, from which he resigned and took Sky Yoga as his whole-time job under the guidance of Swamiji. He is in charge of other states and foreign countries in our organization. He, along with his wife, Mrs. Jayanti, has traveled to more than 25 countries and established Sky centers there. Now he is handling the online English foundation courses and introspection courses. You all know he makes the sessions lively and lovely with his witty remarks. Now we request our Professor Balachandran sir to render the lecture. Over to you, sir.
May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May we all be blessed with good health, long life, enough wealth, wisdom, and peace. Thank you, madam, for very kind words. And good evening, good morning to all our viewers. My salutations to each one of you. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share some of the most beautiful thoughts and practices which Maharishi has evolved over a period of 6 or 7 decades of constant research, making things which are very, very difficult, very easy for us to follow and practice. That's why it's called a common man's philosopher. But at the same time, even the greatest scientists are stunned at some of his revelations. Let us look at that. Let us all travel in this journey for some time. The title itself is very nice, what is given to me. In Sky Yoga, sky is not the limit. The words are coming, the sky is coming twice. In Sky Yoga. What is Sky Yoga? We'll come to that later. Sky is not the limit. Yes, this sky we all know, or we seem to know. We have a broad idea. Sky, you go up on the top of the floor and then see above, what you see is sky, isn't it? It's beautiful. But what exactly is the size? And what is, I mean, only today's science, we are able to even look at it because of technology. We are all familiar. We have an idea that universe is very big, sky is very big. But this video we are going to see, just to get an idea once again, it has to seep into us that how huge the universe is and how small we are and how much ego we have. So again and again, we have to be told about this. So now for the next 5 minutes or so, we are all going to travel from Earth to a huge space around. So tighten your belts. We are going to see a video on that. Yes, what a voyage. So we see how small we are and how big the universe is. And the title today is, in Sky Yoga, the sky is not the limit. So can there be anything even beyond that? Can we even think of that? In fact, if you saw the video at the very end, it says the great nothing. Is it that there's nothing at all after that? The whole universe is being operated, such a beautiful universe, such a powerful universe. Is it that there is nothing after that? Can the human mind think of that? Yes, our great masters have thought about this. And they call it as, it is not great nothing. It is not shunyam. It is purnam. Zero, pujyam. Pujyam may be the smallest, but why it's called pujyam? Pujyam means most respected. So infinity and the one on the one hand and zero, they are not comprehensible. And today's science has not yet reached up to that. But great masters have done that. Buddha may call it as shunyam, and Brahman, when we call it as purnam. Are they same? Vethathiri Maharishi has also gone up to that level. And then from there, he has started finding out how everything has come about. Anyway, all those things a bit later. Now, after seeing this, after having this voyage, now we are going to see a small clipping, which again, we'll see it's just a photograph. Yes, this one, I'll just read it. 7.6 billion people live on this white dot. Are you able to see the white dot here? Extremely small. All the great kings who wanted to win the universe were fighting for this small particle of dust in the universe. Strangely, most of the residents on this white dot have individual egos bigger than the universe. Now, this white dot is not seen from infinity, it is seen from Saturn, that's all. Just a planet very close to us. From there, if we see the Earth, this is the size. And then with 7.6 billion people, we all live there. So how minuscule we are. But how much ego we have. Our egos are even bigger than the universe. And that is why on this beautiful universe, we, instead of living happily, beautifully, harmoniously, we have made our lives miserable. So is there a way out? And why all these things are happening? Why a human being is not able to understand the truth fully? That is the limitation of the human mind. But can a human mind, can it be trained? Maharishi says that there is nothing greater than the human mind. It can expand up to and even beyond the universe. And that is where Sky Yoga comes. That sky is not the limit for that. Can you even think of and merging with that which is beyond the universe, the Purnam? And can you also come to the extremely smallest particle, Paramanu? Both are possible. All our instruments, we have limits. Our eyes can see certain things only within some area. Beyond that or above that, on either sides, we will not be able to see. So these are limitations of our senses. Similarly, there is a limitation for our mind also, normally. But of all the things, our mind is the most powerful thing. That's why we are called Manidan, Manushya. Anything to do with man, human beings are associated with the word man, all the languages. So such a powerful mind But why is it that mind is not supporting us? Why is it that the very same mind is creating so much problems in us? Well, that's a mystery and it's a tragedy. And that is where all these masters, they say we can be in ecstasy. No other living being, at least on earth, has got this power of enjoying this universe. So this state is called Paramanandam, ecstasy. It's beyond pleasure and pain and peace, an ecstasy state. Each one of us is capable of enjoying that bliss. But today our life is a hell. We don't have to die and go to hell. We are making our own place as hell. And the whole thing can be changed. It is not the curse of the divine. It is a blessing of the divine. We are not using it properly. And Vethathiri Maharishi, when he saw the Second World War and millions of people being killed for nothing, and he was in ecstasy. So he said, yes, it's all possible. If all of us can enjoy this. And that is how the World Community Service Center started. That's why he called us World Community. In fact, he would have called us Universal Community. We would not have understood that. Physically, we belong to the world, but mind-wise, we can expand up to the universe and even beyond. That is our true nature. So to understand ourselves, if we can understand ourselves, what is called self-realization, we would have understood the design of the divine also. So God realization and self-realization are one and the same. This is Swamiji's statement. But is there any divinity in us? Are we able to see that? Yes, sometimes it comes, but many times not. So much of jealousy, hatred, corruption, all those things are coming. It is just because we have not understood ourselves. We have learned so many sciences, so many arts. But with all that, the result has not been very favorable. Because this fundamental thing about knowing about ourselves is missing. We've always been looking outward through the five senses. What Maharishi says is, you don't have to travel to the entire universe and beyond to understand things. There are two ways of understanding. One is expansion, 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 as we saw this. The other is going inward, inward, inward. Both will result in giving the solution. The Western science has enabled us to go outer and outer. Modern science has helped us. But the very same truth can also be reached by going inward. And that is what all these great masters have done. They just sat in one place, but their mind, they could make it equal to zero. Also, they could expand to infinity without physically having to travel by any instrument. It is this capacity of human mind, which unfortunately, over a period of time, we have lost touch of. And in Sky Yoga, Maharishi is bringing it back, that your mind can become one with that. And that is why in Tamil it is called Manavalakkale. Man ko samrid karna. Take all the languages. It's an art. It's a science. It's a science done in a very artistic way. And so we'll be enjoying the journey. You don't have to mug up equations. You don't have to solve huge solutions, huge problems. Very beautifully it can be reached. So in Sky Yoga, while the ultimate goal is to become one with that, what the purpose of human life, they say, is to become one with the divinity. Once again, we started from there. We will not be peaceful till we reach that place. Just like all the river waters with so much of force. But once they come to the ocean, they become peaceful. Why? They started the journey from there, they come back. Similarly, our lives, we'll find perfect peace, perfect happiness once we are able to merge with that. And that capacity is there in all of us. And that is what Maharishi says. It doesn't belong to a few people. Everyone has the right, everyone has the potential to reach that. And that is SKYOGA. Okay. Also, the goal of Swamiji is world peace, because he started with seeing that Second World War. Or even earlier, he has been thinking about the poverty and all those problems. So just like we saw in the photograph, that even from Saturn, how small dot we are, 107.6 billion population, why can't we be living harmoniously? That's again, it's not that the nature has not provided us. In fact, human being has been provided the most of all the creatures. So yet, if we are not enjoying it, it is our own mistake. Our own lack of understanding about ourselves, a lack of some of the practices which are required to enhance our capabilities, or to fully appreciate, to fully use our facilities already given to us. And once that is done, once each individual understands himself, realizes his potential, realizes the truth about himself or herself, then he automatically becomes peaceful. He automatically is in a blissful state. So then he can't give problems to others. He won't give problems to himself. So this is the only way to have world peace. This is exactly what Swamiji goes and talks in United Nations Organization. In 1975, I think it's January 9th, he addresses and says that world peace is possible if unless each individual is peaceful, healthy, happy, harmonious. And for that, a method is required. And that method is SKYOGA. See the magnanimity of Maharishi, see the the clarity of Swamiji, the understanding. And then giving out a beautiful method, a very simple method for this. So here in SKYOGA, the SKY stands for Simplified Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga has been a word which many of us have been hearing. And there are a lot of hypes about it, a lot of stories about it. But that Kundalini Yoga, which used to be an extremely difficult practice, you have to leave your families and practice for years together. Maharishi has made it extremely simple. Again, every human being can learn SKYOGA and get full benefit out of that. The method he has made it so simple by his understanding of that great force called gravity. He calls it as gravity, God. Having understood that gravity, and from gravity how magnetism has come about, the whole series, in fact, in Brahmanyanam, at the highest level, we are going to learn all these things. It's all a part of SKYOGA. We are talking about the one extreme, but in the other extreme, how can I have a good physical health, have a powerful mind, understand more about myself? So start from there. So our basic course, Swamiji provides this. Forget about everything. Forget about the world peace. Forget about the universe. Forget about God. There are two big things. First, understand yourself. First, try to learn your potential and learn some simple practices, spending a few minutes every day, that's all. You don't have to leave your job. You don't have to run away from your family. You will be a more responsible person. You will be a more responsible family man. You will be a very efficient worker in the company, and everyone will love to have your company. So it's a win-win situation, spending a few minutes every day in your life. That's all is required. So in the basic foundation course, Maharishi starts with, first, know about yourself. We seem to know so much about ourselves, but when you ask some simple questions, then only we realize how little we know even about ourselves. We even don't know how much we don't know about ourselves. That is our limit of understanding of after all the 20 years of education we've had so far or more. So Maharishi says that we are just made up of three components: body, mind, and life force. How much do we know about mind? How much do we know about life, Pran Shakti? The more questions we ask, then we understand, oh, even my physical body, I don't take care of myself. I think health means if I get sick, I have to go to doctor. So that is what is health. But should we have to go to a doctor? That should be the last care, and that should be the last remedy. But can you have a very good health right up to the last day? It is possible. When you understand fully about yourself, not depending on only pills. So he takes us and says, within our physical body, where is that Pran Shakti, life force? And what is mind? Is it an organ? Is it in a fixed place? Or what is it? So in the basic course, we understand these things and not just theoretically understand, but learn practices to have a wonderful physical health. An exercise which even an 80-year-old person can do. Maharishi was doing it even when he was 95. Anyone at any age can start these exercises and get the benefits. And then about life force, Pran Shakti, we absolutely have no idea at all about it. But can you experience it? So here in Sky Yoga, it is not just the theory. Yes, theory is grand, but the theory can be put into practice and it can be experienced. Everything can be experienced. So the Pran Shakti, you can experience yourself. The mind, the quietening of mind, the increased power of mind can be experienced. It can be measured by instruments. It can also be measured by how do you find your relationship before we learned this and after we have learned it in a few months. Are you able to have a better relationship with your wife, with your children, in the office? Are you less tense? Are you less worried? Very, very practical things. Are you able to enjoy life instead of cribbing about it? Are you able to see the positive things everywhere? Yes, in society there are so many negative things, but can you see the positive ones and be an instrument of increasing the positivity in spite of we being not a powerful person in the earth? We may be ordinary citizens, but can we be adding to the positivity of the earth or even the universe? Yes, it is possible. That is the power of human capabilities. So Maharishi brings out all these things. And then when you go to the higher level certificate course, we go into much deeper things. Can we meditate on them? Can we meditate on the planets which we saw? Can we be in harmony with them? In fact, yoga, the word yoga is harmony. It means harmony. Yoga is not some physical postures, standing upside down. So can you be in harmony with everything? First within yourself, with people around, with nature. Is it possible? Then it is yoga. So yoga is not a pastime part-time. It's a full-time enjoyment. Enjoyment within limits, a proper enjoyment. It is then that from pain, pleasure, we go to a peaceful state. And then from peace, we can take off to ecstasy state. So this, in short, is Sky Yoga. So Vethathiri Maharishi, after deep analysis, research, experience, experimenting on himself, has brought the whole thing, given a holistic approach to the entire problem. And all of us can get this benefit. And we can be not just ordinary individuals, we can all be world peace ambassadors. It is to that level Maharishi is raising us. It's a win-win situation at every stage of life. So we can be in the blissful state, but today we are a cursed community. it can be totally changed. And if we can bring this education, for us, for some of us, it is difficult because we have to unlearn so many things. We have to unlearn many, many things because the society has put in so much of mud in us that first it has to be cleansed, and it has become a habit with us. To get over the habit, yes, it's a bit difficult. But again, Swamiji's meditation is going to help you. Swamiji's introspection practices, beautiful introspection practices can be done in a very simple way. Just take a piece of paper and then do some small writing, and then you will be able to transform yourself. And nothing can be simpler than this, and nothing can be more powerful than this. So a illiterate person, today what we find is, in Aliyar Ashram, we are seeing people who are illiterate. Ladies coming from rural areas with absolutely no education, poor. They are able to appreciate what is Brahman. And they become teachers and share this knowledge to others. At one point of time, this was meant only for a few people. And how many realized it, we don't know. But he is totally transforming this. Unfortunately, the society has not yet understood the gravity of Maharishi's teachings and practices. But we don't have much time. The science is giving tremendous power to us. Every day the power is increasing. And if one madman is misusing that science, the whole earth can be decimated. And Maharishi has given a warning that if humanity does not mend its ways, the universal might will teach a lesson. That's a warning Swamiji has given. So it's not that everything is, we just close our eyes and everything is all right. No, everything is not all right. And we are running out of time. And that's why he spent 60, 70 years traveling everywhere, constantly working, giving as much as possible. And he has shared his knowledge without any reservation to everyone. Anyone who wants to learn this, it is available. And he says that you start teaching others. In the process, you learn better. You go deeper. It's a win-win situation everywhere. That's the beauty of Maharishi's teachings. Everywhere, it's a win-win situation. You teach others, you become a better student. And they become teachers. So it is, we are starting a new wave. And this wave has to inundate the entire earth with positivity, with beauty. Let us all work together and fulfill Maharishi's dreams, not dreams, his vision, his mission. Thanks for this opportunity. We can have some discussion also. Thank you. Be blessed. Now it is open for any interactions, any comments, views. We're very happy to hear that. You just have to raise your hands. We can unmute you. If there are no questions, there are two possibilities. Okay. One is I've been able to say things very properly that there's no doubt at all. Or the other is nothing went in. I hope the second is not true. Or maybe you're still in space. Time to speak, time to be in silence. So I'd be very happy if you can share your thoughts. Yes. Pratyush, I'm unmuting. You have to unmute from your side and speak, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I have a question about, so I've learned Kayakalpa yoga. I'm practicing Kayakalpa yoga for the last 3 years. and it has benefited a lot. So I also plan to learn the root chakra meditation, the Shanti meditation. But I have also been initiated for Shambhavi Kriya by Sadhguru. So can I be initiated by 2 gurus? Like, because currently I feel my root chakra is very weak. So that's why I want to learn this Shanti meditation. So is it possible to get initiated by 2 gurus?
Yeah, it is possible. Your guru can be the same guru. It doesn't matter. You see, we can get knowledge from everywhere. The statement, Ano Badra Ratho, let knowledge come from everywhere, in every corner. We have to keep on learning. So we can get from everywhere. Yes, you can learn this meditation. But what you should do is, when you do this meditation, for example, we say 20 minutes, we do meditation in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. So when you're doing this meditation, at that time, don't connect with other things.
Yeah.
One thing at a time. Okay, for example, if I'm talking, I should be thinking about this only. Correct? When I'm working on computer, that's what I should be doing, not thinking something else. So in Shambhavi Mudra, there must be some procedure. So when you practice that, do that at that time.
Yeah.
When you're doing this meditation, then just follow exactly what is being told. Okay, because we all come from different systems. In the beginning, we have been going through so many systems. It doesn't matter at all. Okay, so if you do that, and then later, as we proceed further and further, we keep searching, and then whichever suits you, take that. That's all. There's nothing, one is better, this is the best and all that.
I see.
Okay, so yes, you can practice.
Sorry, actually I read somewhere that it was, I think on ISKCON website or somewhere I read this, that if we get initiated by 2 gurus, then there would be some havoc in our energy system, like in this pranas, this energy body, pranamaya kosha. And so I don't know, they said something like in some rare cases, if you got initiated by some guru who is already dead, or maybe if you got initiated by the guru's disciples because the guru is already dead, then they said in that case it's fine to get initiated by 2 gurus. And they mentioned some other exceptions as to when it is fine to get initiated by 2 gurus. So I don't know if, but yeah, in this case, I think, as Vethathiri Maharishi has already passed away. So
he has given very clear instructions. We can, but as I said, don't combine. When I'm doing this meditation,
sure. Yeah, I see.
I think it would create a problem. For example, suppose in this, we don't chant any mantra. So at that time, don't chant mantra.
Yeah. I see.
I want to go to my source. Okay, this meditation, it is like this. Our mind has a tendency to go outward. Okay, so can I change its direction and go inward? And inward where? To my source of my mind. My mind is restless. I want to make it calm, make it powerful. So can I focus my mind on the source of my mind?
I see.
Yes, and that source is Pran Shakti. Only when I am a living being, only when I am alive, there's a mind. Otherwise, there's no mind, there's no feeling. So the source of my mind is my Pran Shakti, my life force. So can I focus on my life force? So here it at once becomes universal. There's no, because everyone has got a mind, everyone has got a life force. It doesn't matter whether you're a Hindu or a Christian, whether you believe in a God, or man or woman, rich or poor, it doesn't matter. My mind is restless. I want to improve this, strengthen it. So what should I do? I go back to the source. And my source is my Pran Shakti. So can I focus on that? It is not so easy to focus on life force because life force is very, very subtle. Akash is the subtlest of the Panchabhutas. So it is not possible for us to focus directly. I can focus on a big thing. I can focus on a form. It's easy. But to focus on something which is very, very subtle is difficult. So we need master who has already practiced this. It is just like the iron piece. If it has to be magnetized, there's not a magnetic property, but it is dormant. So can it be made patent by rubbing by another magnet? So that is what. Okay, so start focusing on the life force.
I see.
No, let me just complete and then.
Yeah, sorry.
And then even my life force is Akash, Chitakash. Is it, is the energy outside me also? Yes, there's a universal energy. Can I focus on that? And then can I go to the source of universal energy? Is it possible? So that is the procedure of meditation here. Okay, so no preconditions are being asked. Whatever be the belief system, whatever you do as a religious practice, whatever you do at home, you can do it. You're not converting yourself from one to the other. So this is the thing I want to explain about this method.
Next, Ramesh sir.
I think he wanted to ask something. Pratush, I've not completed. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I had another question. So actually, I'm practicing Kayakalpa for a long time, and I saw certain benefits. But at the same time, I saw that this is a very personal question. So I have more control over my sexual thoughts and all those things. But sometimes, even though there are no dreams or there are no wet dreams, still I get nightfall. I mean, the semen comes out. So I don't know, because I'm doing Kayakalpa yoga morning, evening, and also night. So I feel the container which holds the vital fluid, I feel that should be big enough so that these things don't happen, because I'm doing since 2019. So I don't know if there's some higher level Kayakalpa yoga, or I don't know if how these things can be avoided. I'm a bit confused. I mean, let's say someone is practicing Kayakalpa yoga for 5 years regularly.
Okay, I've understood.
Yeah.
Yes. See, one thing is, Kayakalpa practice alone will not stop from these things. Okay. Mm-hmm. Apart from Kayakalpa, we also talk about moderation in food, work, rest, use of thought for sexual activity. In all of them, moderation. All those things also have to be practiced. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that is where a full life practicing a meditation, practicing exercise, having control of so many different things. And society will also have an impact on us. So all those things are also there. Mm-hmm. All those things will help you to be a better person in every respect, mm-hmm. including this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Next, Ramesh sir, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, myself Ramesh from Bangalore, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. When we start a Kayakalpa, we do first Nadi Shuddhi. We close our right nostril and we start breathing from left nostril first. And the way we end is we again close our right nostril and exhale from the left nostril, and we end the Nadi Shuddhi. Is that the correct procedure, sir?
Yeah, you're talking about Kundalini Yoga, not Kayakalpa. In Kayakalpa, we don't do Nadi Shuddhi.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Yeah, Kundalini Yoga.
Meditation, yes.
Yeah.
You start inhaling from the left and then complete it by exhaling to the left.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
so
it.
after that, normal breathing.
Yeah. And then we do the second practice, spinal cord clearance.
Yeah, spinal cord Shuddhi.
And focus on whatever energy center we are doing. Okay.
Okay, sir. So we inhale from the left nostril and we end it by exhaling through the left nostril only. That is the correct way, right, sir?
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
Shailaja ma'am.
Namaste, Guruji.
Oh, 1 minute. I'm not Guruji. I'm Balaji. Okay.
Valga Volamudan.
Guruji is
Recently, I attended the introspective course. In one of the session, we are supposed to expand our mind. Expand your mind, he said, in meditation. What actually he means in that? We have to visualize, and if at all we have to visualize, how to visualize, expand our mind to planets, all those things.
Now there are two types of expansion. In the Panchabhuta Navagraha meditation, we just connect ourselves with our thought. Okay, now I'm thinking of moon. Okay, I'm going to sun. By thought, I'm just expanding to that. That's what we do in the Panchabhuta Navagraha meditation. Okay, just imagine that I'm connected with that. But later in the Turiyatita meditation, ninth center meditation and all that, so there what we are doing is, we are focusing on the life force within us, and then the energy is there outside also. So we expand that way. So this is qualitatively, the expansion in Turiyatitam is quite different from what we do in the Panchabhuta Navagraha meditation. The Panchabhuta Navagraha meditation can be done by anyone without even initiation. You just think of that. Okay, connected. But in the Turiyatita meditation, your mind first contracts up to the life force and within the body, and then it realizes that the energy is not only within the body, it can also be, it's a part of the solar system, it's part of the universal system. There, it is a qualitatively different thing. Both are possible. We need some practice for the second one.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah, hello. So I'm actually planning to, I've done Kayakalpa Yoga and I'm planning to do the online foundation course.
Yes.
So actually I have a stiffness in my spine for the last 1.5 years. And nothing really worked out. So I'm just thinking if this online foundation course, if this would really help me to heal the muscles along the spine, especially in the mid part of the spine. So I don't know, what are your views on that? How can it heal the muscles along the spine or the neurons or whatever? What is your view on that?
Yes. In fact, in the beginning, many of us come not for world peace or ultimate realization. Many of us come for the problems at the physical level or mind getting disturbed or problems in life. But when you start practicing this, you will find the tremendous change. Even you have to just practice it and you have to believe it, see it to yourself. Just even in these 12 days of practice, you will find a difference. Because it's an exercise for the entire body. For the hands, for the legs, for the breath, and then for the vertebral column, for the eyes, the whole body. And a very simple exercise that at a very deep level, like acupressure. So the biomagnetic level, the exercise is going to work. So you will find a great relief. Yeah. And also, exercise is very simple also, because we are not only, even though it's called physical exercise, it is working at a much subtler level. And so physical exertion will be very little. You will be surprised that you will not be even sweating, but still the result will be phenomenal.
I see. Yeah. Are there any deep breathing exercises in this course, in this foundation course?
Simple breathing practices are there.
Okay. Because actually, when I try to do deep breathing exercises, the muscles along my spine, they get more stiff, and so that's why I'm not able to do any of those deep breathing for too long. So
yeah, here you'll find that the not very heavy pranayama is done here. There is no the breath. You'll find that these practices are very, very simple. Because my is that we can go even focusing beyond the breath. Our life energy is even subtler than that. So and then biomagnetic level. So we don't have to do so much on breathing. So the breathing practices will be very simple. Okay, you will not have any such problem at all.
I see. And about the Shanti meditation, let's say if I do the foundation course, so can I? So am I forced to start the Shanti meditation after I get initiated, or even before initiation I can continue the Shanti meditation after I've finished the foundation course?
First, during the course, in the beginning, we'll be asked to focus on the breath, just as a practice. You will go for Ajna initiation first. Okay. And then you practice it for a few days, then the Shanti meditation will be given. And then Turiya meditation will be given. So these 3 levels of meditation will be taught in the foundation course itself.
Okay. So I don't have to go to any specific place to get initiation. The initiation is online, you mean?
For these 3 initiations, they will not be done on online.
Oh,
It has
okay.
to be in the center. All the other theory will be told. All the complete exercises will be taught, complete Kayakalpa will be taught, complete thing about meditation explanation will be given. But this is energy transfer. Initiation is actually energy transfer. So that has to be done physically by touch, by sight. There are various ways of transfer of energy. So that cannot be done online. So first we will be going to the nearest center. We will be told about it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Yes. Tarun, I'm unmuting you. You can please unmute and ask.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I have one question. Could you please explain how we can use our mind, especially our subconscious mind, in growth mindset and avoiding the negative suggestions by surrounding people?
Yes. See, when you are positive, when you are more powerful, you will be less affected by others. Today, we are seeing this coronavirus is a proof. Any amount of medicine is not helping us unless you have a higher immunity level. Then you will not be affected. So this system of meditation, of introspection practices, exercises, Kayakalpa, all of them are going to increase your immunity. Also, it will increase your mental power. So you will be sending strong positive vibrations. In fact, people around you will be getting benefited, but you will not be affected by them. Today, we are weak in different ways. And so we get affected by every small thing. So that will not happen.
Oh, okay. While meditating, we should become our mind very strengthened, so we cannot, so surrounding people cannot distract our from a specific target.
Yes, you will be influencing others positively.
Okay.
That will happen. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
you become a moving temple of consciousness. And spread a rose will, it has to spread beautiful, fragrant smell. That is its nature, because it has got that intrinsic power. Similarly, you will become like that.
Okay, okay.
And very beautifully it will happen.
Okay, so only meditation is the only way to protect ourselves from negative suggestions.
No, not only meditation. We are going to learn meditation. We are also going to learn what is called introspection practice. In introspection practice, we'll be told how to analyze your thoughts, how to get over the negative thoughts, how to replace it by positive thoughts. And even during meditation, we'll be told how to do blessings, how to send positive vibrations, how to develop harmony with yourself and with others in the society. So there are a number of practices, all put together will transform yourself.
Okay, sir.
So many things.
Thank you.
Deepa ma'am, you can unmute.
Good evening, sir. I would like to ask you something regarding meditation, sir. Like, I've done the foundation course, basic foundation course, and when it comes to meditation, sort of you were talking about you have to go deep inside, like you have to turn your thoughts inwardly. Okay, like I used to concentrate on my breathing, but how long should I have to look upon it? Because in a time of say about 10 to 20 minutes, I feel sort of sleepy.
Yeah.
And the next day when I try to sit, I feel sort of bored because every time constantly watching on my breathing, it is sort of, I just wanted to meditate, but when it comes to the same activity over and over, I feel sort of bored.
Yeah.
Sir. So what do I do?
Yes.
Kindly help me.
We started with breath meditation, but you must have already learned Ajna, Shanti, Turiyam and all, is it not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, once you have learned Ajna, Shanti, Turiyam and all, you don't have to do focusing on the breath. Breath, meditating on the life energy is even more powerful. Okay, so you don't have to do the breath meditation. That's only in the beginning. But once you have been initiated, you start focusing on Ajna. You will be able to feel the vibration there. Similarly, and later, if you go to
Sir, like in between, I had to go for a medical checkup, like to another state. So I didn't continue with it actually. I had to take a diksha from the local Sky Center, but I didn't actually.
Yes.
So what do I do now, sir? Can I continue? Or is there any other way in which I can again initiate and go through this process?
Yes, yes. There is no time gap at all. You can go anytime. Now also, if you want, you can ask us whatever is the nearest center, you can go and take. So you'll take Ajna meditation, Shanti, Turiyam, and then practice them. Then you will go to deeper levels.
Thank you.
Okay. And later you will find many more meditations. So you'll have a variety, not doing the same meditation again and again. So you can have one day idli, one day dosa, one day samosa, like that. So many meditations will be there. You can choose whatever you want. So much variety will be there. You will enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Let me see in the chat box if there is something. Prabhakar. Yeah, okay. There's nothing in the chat. Okay, fine. If there are no more questions, what I would like to say is that every month we have 2 foundation courses. One starts on 1st every month, 1st to 12th. And the second one in the second fortnight, 16th to 27th. Always, every month we are having these 2 basic foundation courses. So it is for 12 days, 2 hours duration. So we have it in the morning, Indian time, 6 to 8, or evening 7 to 9. You can attend any one of them. Once you understand, go through this basic foundation course, you will also be told to go for Ajna Shanti Turiyan. And then once you do that, you will be eligible to the next level of course called certificate course. So there, I mean, it's a huge, so many things are there to learn about yourself, about your relationship with society, with nature, how to enhance your powers in various ways, why people differ, what is karma yoga, how you can transform your life. Being a karma yogi, be successful in whatever you do. Whether you're playing with a child or you're discussing something very seriously with your boss, both can be at ease. You can enjoy a wonderful time with family, or you can do something much bigger also. All those things are possible. So completing the certificate course, it will go right up to the Brahmajnana, going beyond sky, as we saw. Sky is not the limit here. Okay. So we'll be able to get all those benefits. Yes, earlier we had to go to the great masters. Today they are available at home. Sitting at home, we are able to get it. But sometimes when you get things very easily, we don't attach importance. So let us not make this mistake. This education complements, supplements our formal education. Then only the education becomes complete, as Swami Vivekananda has said. So education for living we have had, education for life is also important. So that component is beautifully provided by Vethathiri Maharishi. So that's how in Sky Yoga, sky is not the limit. So limitless, boundless, you can be. You are that. So wishing you all the best and thanking for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful lecture. As you said, yoga cannot be pastime or part-time. It has to be whole time. Thank you, sir. Be blessed by the divine. With this, shall we conclude?
Yes, you can conclude.
Okay, thank you, friends, for joining this special lecture session. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine.
I would also like to say that every day we have group meditation. Those who have already practiced meditation, every day morning and every day evening, we have daily group meditation where meditation is conducted, exercise is repeated, Kayakalpa is there, and then thought for the day, a couple of minutes. So in the morning, it starts from 6 o'clock to 7:30. 6 to 6:30 will be the meditation, and then exercise in Kayakalpa later. Similarly, in the evening, we have it from 6:30 to 8 for English. Similarly, we have programs in Tamil. So you can.
I'll share the Zoom ID and password in the chat box. Yes. Please.
Yeah, and we also have this online course in English, in Tamil, in Telugu, in Kannada, 4 different languages we have. So you can learn it in your own mother tongue as well if you feel like. Pratish is coming out with one more
Yeah.
question.
Sorry, I have a bit stupid question.
No.
So actually, I'll be coming there to. Actually, I'm from Mumbai, and I'll be coming to Aliyar. I mean, the temple of. I mean, to visit the WSCS. Roughly around 15th of March, and actually, I was thinking if there is some inside the Temple of Consciousness Aliyar, if there is any residential place to stay or something like this. I saw some residential course, but that starts from 30 March. I don't know if from 15th March or 16th March, if there is something in Aliyar, or I can stay there for 1 week and just, meditate over there. I don't know if there is something like this.
Yes, in fact, I think luckily in March, I don't know which week, 2nd or 3rd week, we have a foundation course, a residential foundation course for 5 days. It will start on a Wednesday, it will go up to Sunday.
Okay.
And it will be in English.
I see.
That could be ideal. You can check up the timetable. It should be on our website.
Okay.
Or
When I
on his detail, we'll be able to, or you write to us, we'll be able to.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So
actually,
it's worth joining that because at staying there itself, you will be able to learn all these things.
I see. Actually, when I checked the website, I didn't see any like 5-day course. I don't know. It was all 1 month course for divine realization. There's something like 11,000 rupees, or I mean, for the 8-bed or something. I saw like this. But yeah, I think I'll check again. Maybe there might be more residential courses, maybe smaller. I mean, not for 1 month, but maybe 5 days, as you were saying. Maybe I'll also check that and see if they have small residential courses.
In Tamil, we have it very, very often, this 5-day program, residential program. In English, we have it once in 3 months, and that is coming in March.
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll check.
You give your telephone number or some such thing. Akhilaji, you can please note down. We can even get back to him.
Yes, sir.
That box, we'll get back to you on this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So shall we conclude it?
Yeah.
Okay, with this, conclude the session. You put it in the chat box. I will note it down. I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Blessed.
Thank you.